I'm Allison LaForgia with HousingWire, and this is HousingStack on Demand, powered by HousingWire and the Basis Point. We're bringing technology showcased at the Gathering by HousingWire directly to you, giving lenders the insights they need to make smarter, more strategic tech stack decisions with the latest innovations. This demo features Infrrd. Infrrd is a Silicon Valley-based AI company specializing in intelligent document processing and contextual document understanding. They help mortgage enterprises automate high variability document workflows at scale. Infrrd's proprietary AI models are built to handle complex, semi-structured, and unstructured documents beyond traditional OCR capabilities.
Walk you through an end-to-end loan journey using Infrrd's Mortgage Check AI and Ally. Let me start with this loan package. This is what a typical loan package looks like. A mix of pay stubs, applications, loan application, bank statements, sometimes clean, often messy, all bundled together. And this is where every loan typically begins. Borrower documents coming in all shapes and forms. Here is a user console of our Mortgage Check AI solution. What I'll show you is how we can take this loan package and turn it into structured, validated, and decision-ready data. So let's start by uploading a loan package. Typically in a real setup, these documents come through either a POS, LOS, or APIs, but the flow remains the same. We upload the file, and that's where the processing begins. The first step is the system automatically identifies different document types that you see on the left here. It splits that combined file, fixes orientation and scan quality if applicable. So there's no manual prep, no sorting that your users have to do. The system takes care of all of that automatically. This step is very critical because every downstream system depends on clean data. So under classification review, everything comes in one big messy file. The platform separates it and classifies it into individual documents automatically. So if you see here, there's page number 3 to 7 was classified as a bank statement. If it was incorrect, the users have an option to change it to the correct document type. The users also have an option to move pages around. So if this page number 7 was part of a previous group, they can simply drag and drop these pages and correct the classification review of our platform. Every user interaction that you do is considered for retraining purposes. And every action that we do comes with a confidence score. Anything below the confidence score can be reviewed by the end users, but most of it flows straight through. So this essentially becomes more of an exception flow rather than a manual step. So after classification review, the system automatically extracts all the borrowers from the loan package. Once classified, it maps the names across documents and groups everything correctly. Jane Doe was identified as the only borrower in this loan. So essentially, you don't have to manually figure out which document belongs where. The system automatically takes care of the association. So the system here is saying Jane Doe provided a credit report, pay stub, a verification of employment, and a W-2. After this step, the system moves on to data extraction. So once we classify and map the borrowers, we move into extraction. Here, the system captures all the key data points from pay stubs, bank statements, and other supporting documents as well. So let's click on one of the pay stubs on the left. The system will show you a preview of the pay stub, that single page that was uploaded. You can click on View on CUI button to review the data extraction. So if you click on the borrower name, our system is automatically going to show you where the borrower name was extracted from. It puts a green bounding box and a leading line indicator to make it easier for the user to navigate to the exact data point. This level of detail is very important because this downstream system and downstream logic depends on it. Similarly, we extract data from all possible document types in the loan package. Like there are different bank statements. You can go inside each of these bank statements and can review all the transaction level information as well. So at the end of data extraction, what you're getting is structured data across the entire loan package, not just individual document types. During this process, the system also identifies if there were any documents that were missing. So it flags missing documents, inconsistent document uploads, or any data discrepancies like mismatched incomes or missing or conflicting values. All of this is surfaced in one place instead of teams manually comparing documents. This is where a lot of time savings comes in. After we have reviewed the discrepancies and the missing documents, the users have an option to review how the final application and the set of documents were organized into a clean stacking order. So documents are grouped into their right sections. So if you see here, all the IRLAs and loan application related documents are under the application folder. All your bank statements, letter of employment, any earnest money receipts or purchase agreements, they are classified under the assets category. Same goes for credit, employment, income. The good part about this stacking order is this can be pushed directly into the LOS, or it can be exported as a bookmark PDF ready for lenders to do their audits. The bookmark PDF will clearly show you all the correct grouping based on the stacking order that was defined by the users. This stacking order is configurable depending on different types of lender requirements, document requirements, and how you want the data to flow to the LOS system. Now let's go back to the user console. So at this point, what we have done is we have taken this messy loan package and turned it into structured, validated, and organized data. But the real challenge starts here, applying guidelines and making decisions. That's where our agentic solution Ally comes in. So let me click on the QC assistant on the right-hand side of this loan. Ally is our agentic layer. It takes the structured data from Mortgage Check AI and applies all the mortgage underwriting lender specific logic automatically. So let's start with income. So this salaried agentic AI was automatically enabled. So let's click on the review button. Here, the system will show you all the loan metadata, like the loan number, amount, the type of the loan at the very beginning. Ally validates any required documents, applies guideline rules. It can apply both Fannie Mac and Freddie. It can apply both Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac guidelines automatically. And it also has the capability to execute custom rules by uploading those rules in an Excel sheet. At the end of this process, this salary agent basically flags all the discrepancies that it found. So the first one here is regular monthly earnings consistent year over year? So it automatically flags all of these issues wherever it's needed and shows everything that's already verified. If I scroll down, it gives you a snapshot into the current monthly income details of the borrower, starting with the pay period start date, the pay period end date, and what's their monthly regular income. More importantly, it captures the YTD monthly earnings. It also comes with a chat bot where you can ask some meaningful questions as it pertains to the context of this loan. So what Ally is doing is it's preparing the file for underwriting decisions in the LOS. It doesn't make the final decision. It just enables users with all the required data points so they can take the correct loan decision as it applies to the context of this loan. What's powerful here is transparency. Every number and decision is fully available and visible for the end user to take the right decision. Now let's go back to the QC review dashboard. Let's look at assets. So I'm going to click on the asset review button. Now, in case of assets, our agentic solution goes through all the bank statements, money, earnest receipts, and credit card statements, and it applies reserve requirements just to make sure, like, are there any large deposits? Are there any large deposits properly sourced and documented? It flags any large or unusual transactions. So if I click on suspicious transactions, it only shows me transactions which were above $5,000 or about $10,000. So you can configure these thresholds depending on what you consider as a suspicious transaction. So instead of going line by line through each of the transaction and bank statement, the analysis and the heavy lift is already done for you. All the users need to do is review all of the data points and take it forward. Let's go back to the user console. So the entire flow essentially works together. Mortgage Check AI structures the data. Ally applies the logic on top of it. And all of this can be integrated with LOS, POS, APIs, and aligns with systems like DU and LP. Now imagine walking to work. The documents are already sorted. The income is already calculated. The issues are already flagged. The checklist is complete. All that's left is judgment. That's the shift that we are trying to enable with Mortgage Check AI and Ally. Thank you.
Rahul, thank you so much for taking us through what Infrrd has been up to. For our audience, for more information about Infrrd's Mortgage Check AI, click the link below.